mo bi akwa ba eba Melodies TV so. Munim say ade ba akwa Ghana and the other news the $134 million judgment debt. Say ye nyina no ye ka ho asem wo hwe senia ende mbrofofo yi ye say ye japade ewo UK omode omunsa boso no. On say embra ye kan sem no nibisa question say it didn't make sense say abainim say or cancel contract na the judgment debt beba now so still omukoko cancel ye it didn't make sense na NDC for legal one of our legal team member I friend no Edu Tamaklo the explanation won nsem ni mu aba na otie nsem a Mr. Edu Tamaklo walk obeso otre se ntokwa na esiye ewo achim mafia ana achim family ekuo no emu na trese president Akufo Addo ne busuanfo na ntokwa siye ewom na ntokwa siye no na ba ko kan se metro to me nti to me no ene se ye be cancel contract no na nam so ye dey cancel contract na ende adane Ghana for yeka nti no obi be so train to me now I have seen an article omo allege abodi they've listed the people but let's read the story Edu Tamaklo or the tuja na yenhwe now say the director of legal affairs for the opposition National Democratic Congress Godwin Edu Tamaklo has claimed that the termination of the power purchase agreement between the government of Ghana and Trafigura represented locally by the Ghana Power Generation Company was the result of an internal family feud within the Achim clan. According to Mr. Tamaklo, the dispute involved Edward Akufo Addo, known as Bamti, not just Akufo Addo Ninia, I friend the Bamti. In Tintokwano, is Akufo Addo Ninia Antem, a brother of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo, and Damien Duncan, the country representative of GPGC, who is also a nephew of the president. It is a company na omo eba Ghana no. Nipa kra odi omo nimdi omo ba Ghana wo ye Akufo Addo ne wafa ase. Company ya ende $134 million. Omo ewini no. Nipa kra odi omo nimba Ghana no. President Akufo Addo ne wafa ase no no. Inti ntokwasi between President Akufo Addo ni nua ene ne wafa ase na wo lead the company no eno na ka ho bi ne ye kwakọ cancel ya ende abo Ghana kai. This is the allegation. He explained that prior to President Akufo Addo assuming office in 2017, Mr. Duncan had a conflict with Bamti over a family land issue, which led to Bamti's arrest by the Cantonment Divisional Police Command in Accra. Just as Osiansa Akufo Addo ebeba abemu no. President Akufo Addo ni nua ene ne wafa ase no enya ntokwa because President Akufo Addo enua no emse no okofa asase bia Yesuza asase ne ye ne wafa ase dia nti ne wafa ase ne ma police for eche President Akufo Addo ni nua no. Ose Mr. Tamaklo suggested that this incident was the catalyst for the government's decision to abrogate the PPA with GPGC, viewing it as an act of retribution against Mr. Duncan. He shared these insights during an appearance on the Citizen Show hosted by Kwabena Bobie Ansa on Accra 100.5 FM on Thursday, August 22nd, 2024. Also, in the wake of the terminated contract, Trafigura's Ghana Power Generation Company has taken control of Ghana's Regina House in London after the Ghanaian government failed to pay a $134 million judgment debt awarded by a UK tribunal. This debt arose from Ghana's unilateral termination of the PPA in 2018. Despite efforts by Trafigura to recover the payments, Ghana only made partial payments, prompting GPGC to secure an additional US court judgment, which added $111.4 million in interest to the outstanding debts. Ghana's Attorney General has stated that it is now the responsibility of the Finance Minister to expedite the payments. Meanwhile, Ghana High Commissioner to the UK has confirmed that Trafigura will retain control of Regina House and its associated revenues until the debt is fully settled. Intino etiefo. Asem no. Hey, asem no. Ebusianfo. Now, I saw another story on the same Ghana web. Let's try to saw another story on the same Ghana web. Let's try to hey, Ghana need ye. Ghana no Ghana need ye. Any I say the names behind the alleged Akufo Addo family feud, which has caused Ghana a $134 million judgment debt. Now, say more details are emerging on cancellation of the power agreement between the government of Ghana and Trafigura Ghana Power Generation Company Limited, which appears to be causing the country international embarrassment. One of Ghana's prized priorities in the United Kingdom, the Regina House in London, has now been taken over by Trafigura after the government of Ghana failed to pay the $134 million judgment awarded against it by a UK court for cancelling the power agreement. One might wonder why the government of Ghana would take an action which would cause the nation a $134 million judgment debt and the persons who landed the country into such debt. But even Boakye Jakon, who was Minister for Energy when the Trafigura deal was cancelled, has stated that he knew nothing about the cancellations. That time, the Boakye Jakon no minister or say no nim ho hweye. Speaking in an interview on Oman FM on Tuesday, February 16, 2021, the former energy minister said that he was in no way involved in the cancellation of the agreement and therefore cannot be held responsible for the judgment debt. He even indicated that the cancellation of the power agreement by the government was wrong and not in the interest of the country. Inti that time no energy minister crab ebe kan radio so say cancellation of the power agreement no enya de papa eyade a ebe bo Ghana ka. It was say I just realized that they had filed for arbitration on August 18th, 2018. This was after I had left the ministry. I never knew they had gone for arbitration. I am told that the government presented itself at the arbitration. How would someone accuse me of cancelling the contract? I have not cancelled any contract. I don't have the power nor the need or desire to cancel it. I am for what will help Ghana, he said. The ranking member of the Parliament Energy Committee, John Abdullah Jinapo, has claimed that President Akufo Addo, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo Addo cancelled the power purchase agreement between Trafigura's Ghana Power Generation Company and the government to punish someone in a feud involving some of his family members. He alleged that an individual had offended the president and as a result, the contract was terminated to make a point. I am telling you that this termination was because of a family feud between some family members of the president. So this is also another person about NDC MP. Also the same thing. Say intokwesi ebusiemu. Na intokwesi ebusiemu ende ababe dani Ghana foka. I say when we assume office, you get to know the real truth and the rationale behind the termination. They did not terminate the contract because they had Ghana's interests at heart. It is because they wanted to teach somebody a lesson. They extended their own family problem into governance and terminated this contract, and today you and I are paying for it. The former Deputy Minister for Energy is quoted to have said by myjoyonline.com. But before now, the heraldghana.com had in some way predicted all that is currently happening. In their reports, which dates back to October 2023, named some family members of President Akufo Addo who are supposedly involved in a feud that has cost Ghana $134 million in judgment debt. According to the report, the feud was over the sale of a parcel of land at East Legon. I mean, just like Eduji Ekan, you see Herald newspaper and so I confirm it. As a new Patriotic Party stalwart, Fred Owari, and the wife of President Akufo Addo's brother, Bounty Akufo Addo, reportedly tried to sell the said land to another family relation of the president, Damien Duncan, who is said to be heavily involved in Trafigura. The land deal went south, leading to a protracted police case in which Bounty's wife was arrested. This event supposedly happened before Akufo Addo was voted into office on January 7, 2017. But Eduji Ekan say, Yeche Bounty, Herald newspaper and so say, President Akufo Addo ne yere, Nimia no ne yere, Bounty no ne yere, any yeche no. Inti hono yense de nim nipa kra ye chain there. If the story is true, also, the Herald newspaper's reports indicated that when Akufo Addo became president, he supposedly decided to teach Damien Duncan, whose mother is Adelaide Duncan Olabaju, a direct cousin of the president and queen mother of the Bekai stool, a lesson by terminating the Trafigura deal, which was signed under the John Dramani Mahama government. With Akufo Addo winning power, the ruling family decided to teach Damien Duncan and Trafigura a bitter lesson by terminating the GPGC contract, which had added thermal power to Ghana's national grid. Their claims are that Ibrahim Mahama and Unusa Mahama, alias Energy, two younger brothers of ex-President Mahama, who are friends with Damien Duncan, were behind GPGC. Part of the report reads, hey, Charlie. So, basically, no, it's here for ensembling in no. You see, Ebusiamanson, Damien Duncan, any President Akufo Addo Ninua, Ebusiamanson, and then there, Ababe Kosi Adie. Muntre why.